Welcome back to Vlogmas. Guess what? Most of you aren't gonna care about this video because it's about GTR lights. That's the GTR headlights. Every single one known to man. Starting from the left, we've got China, Taiwan, Japan. Pretty cool stuff. So we've got the 17s, the 15s, the DEPOs, I don't even know what to call these. So if you have a GTR, I'm gonna show you a bunch of stuff. I hadn't intended to do this, but because I have all four of the existing types of GTR headlights, we're gonna set up a light sensor, we're gonna test all of them out and just take a reading. It's not gonna be scientific, it's not gonna be awesome, but you'll get some sort of a baseline comparison and we'll keep everything the same and we'll find out together. Let's go. All right, I'm looking around, trying to figure out where do I do this? I've got this nice long hallway. I've got a Jonathug.
Give it a like.
Yeah, give it a like. So I think what I'm gonna do is we'll put the lights right here, maybe like right here. We're gonna aim them down this hallway and then we're gonna take a reading down there. So I'm gonna put my little light meter that I have that's been sitting on a shelf, doing no good for anybody, and we are gonna set it up somewhere down here. We've got a little cutoff line down there on the mirror. I'm gonna put some tape as kind of reference points to it so that we can try to see where the other ones line up, because we wanna make sure that this is as scientific as possible, because as you can tell, this is like a legit testing facility. Just kidding. So we're gonna take the meter reading after I mark up the window mirror thing, yeah. So we could see the top of the cutoff line. We want to put this right above it, and that looks to be top of the cutoff is like right there ish, and then the bottom of the cutoff line looks like it's right here ish. A, Canada A. On this Chinese unit we are looking at 70.9 foot candles. That's the setting that I have it on now. Let's just swap out the others and take a reading from them as well. Okay, the other thing I'm gonna do is put some scientific tape right here to show where that foot is sitting. So I'm gonna put the other one right there. We're looking scientific. So if you have a GTR and you need scientific reasoning for your decisions that you make, I'm not sure you're gonna get that here. We might entertain you for a minute. We are gonna step from China to Taiwan. DEPO, let's go. Okie dokie. Yeah, it definitely does look like it's a different beam pattern, but let's see our reading. Okay, so this one is showing the foot candles at 32.4. I'm curious how this is the case, but let's go check out the Oem Lights now. Okay, so that wasn't exactly fair because we did left-hand drive compared with right-hand drive. I don't know if the beam pattern was too much different, but now we're gonna do another left-hand drive, this time OEM. Wow. Okay, we are back to 36.3 foot candles. I don't know what the last one was, but I'm really curious about those Chinese lights now, and trying to figure out what the heck is going on there. And they shouldn't be any different when we change them to the 17. These are the 2015s, we're gonna do the 17s now. Oh, science. Good old science. 31.2. What is happening in life?
If I bring it down to
Oh, dude, it's drastically different.
What is it at now?
42.3. I think this is not a good science project. Damn it. All right, we have some thoughts here. I think I'm just doing this stupid. I'm wasting everybody's time, but I hope it's entertaining in the least. I'm gonna try China one more time. Maybe I moved something. Maybe there's a giant hot spot straight in front of these lights. Which actually I happen to know to be true, but I mean, I wouldn't think that would make that big of a difference. All right, China, what you got, China? Dude, total hot spot. That's actually crazy. So even though this video sucks and it's stupid, not scientific in the least, here's what we can deduce from this information. We got hot spots. We got a very bright singular hot spot on these lights. It doesn't mean that they're better. It doesn't mean that they're good. It just means that, like a flashlight where it's really focused in one spot, that is what kind of output we're seeing here. That is wild. So we got China set up again. China should have a hot spot. So what I'm gonna do is 2 new tests. We're gonna take a hot spot reading, and then we're gonna take a reading way off to the side. Now this isn't quite fair because I have these guys set up here, and the DEPO lights are right-hand drive, and I forgot that because those are shipping off to a guy in Singapore now. So hey, big shout out to my dude Bradley in Singapore. Thanks for buying those. That's awesome. Let's see. I think I have another set of left-hand drive DEPO lights as well that we could test too. So I actually had a customer that had a collision. He had to replace his DEPO headlights, and he got a brand new set. Problem is you can't buy them individually. So this is the light that didn't get injured too much in the accident. It did lose a tab right here, completely superficial, but I believe that everything else should be perfect. So we'll set that thing up because it's left-hand drive. So we'll get an honest update to the Chinese ones. So let's get our reading really quick here. Looks like we got 45.7. Oh, low. Look at that cutoff line though, looking sexy. So the hot spot on this one then is more centered under the
30, 33 right there.
And then when it goes down.
33.
Okay. So 33 is our number.
Yeah.
This is such a weird thing.
58.2.
58.2. These lights, the JDM versus the US spec factory lights, the factory light has, or the North American spec has like a flat cutoff light. There's no big step one way or the other. So you could technically kind of use these things anywhere in the world. But the JDM has a very sharp, defined cutoff. But it's going the wrong way for the US, so it doesn't work. Okay, let's go 17. I could just see the comments now. This guy's an idiot. What kind of a scientist is this guy?
That one has 52.8.
So the last one was what now?
58. 58.7.
Okay, last test. Let's move it over to the side.
Did you expect the 2015 to be brighter?
I don't know why. I did a test in the past on the actual strength of the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
And it was slightly different.
This one is at 28.5.
Why though? I don't get it.
So
All right, now we're gonna go DEPO.
Those are the 15.
These are the 15s, so this should be the brightest. And then back to DEPO.
21.5.
And China. What do we get with China? What do we got?
14.3.
So what it seems like, to me at least, is that the Oem Lights, for some reason, the 2015 Lowbeams seem to be a little bit overpowered than the 17 version of them. I think the 17s look better than the 15s because they got that darker chrome, but that has nothing to do with the light output. It's just 2 different lights that are supposed to be exactly the same, but it seems like the 17s are just a hair less powerful. Now, I do know that these Chinese lights seem like they are very bright with the center focus, where it's like kind of like a flashlight where you can adjust the focus, like how much of it is right in front of you, focused into a little beam, and how much is fanned out. Obviously, the Chinese ones came in with the lowest rating on the further off to the side. So the usable light, I know with aftermarket projector upgrades and stuff, people want a really wide, consistent beam pattern. And so the Chinese ones have the opposite. They have a focused, super bright, little like a dot basically in front of each projector. Not good. but super bright where that dot's at, right? And then you've got the OEMs that have the most fanned out light, and you've got the DEPO that have the best color, the best cutoff line, the best overall kind of like hue. So it's got like a 6000K color, but it's not as bright. It is just about as bright as the OEMs on the side, which means I feel like the order of these lights, in my opinion, is that you've got your 2015s are the best, followed narrowly by the 2017s that look better when they're off, and then you've got the DEPO lights, and then you've got the Chinese lights at the bottom. What a long, weird video. I will show you all of the different lightning bolts now, just sitting right here. I'm not gonna test them, it's not worth it. Plus, obviously, I don't really know what I'm doing, right? So I'm gonna change it up from low beam to lightning bolt. All right, so that is our China lightning bolt. And then this is going to be China turn signal. Okay, now let's check DEPO. See, same thing. All right, so these are the DEPO lightning bolts. And this one has my favorite turn signal. Extremely bright. 6 LED upper turn signals. The bolt doesn't turn off or anything while the turn signal's on, so that's just an aftermarket feature that you can do. Now let's do the 2015s. This is the 2015 lightning bolt and the turn signal. And then last we'll do the 17s.
So if you park up a stock with versus yours, you can notice a huge difference.
Yeah, people get mad. They're like, what? Oh, mine looks like crap. It's like, it doesn't look like crap. It looks like all of the other stock cars on the road, bro.
Yeah.
If somebody else has better, I have to have it. Rich guy rage, bro.
Okay. And the 2017s. So, I mean, I don't know why, but it just seems like the 15s are brighter. Here's the turn signal. That's identical to the 15s. That's it. So, what I can tell you is in the light, this is by far the best looking one. And I have a biased opinion because in 2017 they started making their lights look like the FlyRyde lights with the black perimeter, and they even did the upper turn signal section right here where it's black, and they left this whole section right there regular chrome. I'll get the 15s. And you can see these ones are the 2015s. They have chrome all the way on the top, and the border all the way around them is much brighter. So of the factory lightning bolt lights, these are the brightest option, the brightest chrome. Now it has nothing to do with output, but they happen to have brighter output as well. There's no way that the little chrome section on the bottom is impacting the power of the LED or the LED driver in either the lightning bolt or the low beams or the high beams, but they happen to be brighter and they're bright chrome. I'll show you what the parts that I use are and why I like to upgrade the 15s and put all the cool FlyRyde features into them. These are the factory parts that get swapped into the 15s, and then you're gonna get the best of both worlds. You get all the performance, and then you're gonna get the better look like the 17s have, except for this section right here around the bulb, it's nice and black. So you get this very OEM, we call it OEM Plus. I really like that style when it comes to modifying any of the lights. It looks like it's factory, just a little bit better, and then tons more performance. So we put these parts in there, and then of course we put the big upgrade lightning bolt in there that just outperforms all of this stuff by far. I think it's like 10 times brighter if you do the math. So I should probably show you now that I said that. Wow. Okay, so obviously there's a big difference when you have 288 individual LEDs that are firing all the way out. Half of them are white, half of them are amber. We don't have the amber ones hooked up. That's for the sequencers and for setting it up to a switchback controller. But these things are clearly way, way, way brighter than anything that we looked at on the other units. But it's upgrade. You have to separate the lens and put them all back together. But I think as far as output goes, this is the video that a lot of people want to see side by side. What I could tell you is that performance-wise, what matters the most to the driver is going to be how much visibility they have in front of them, right? How much they can see the road on all the sides right in front of them. And if you are looking at that, the factory lights are the best. They're also the most expensive. The middle ground is also the middle performance, the DEPO lights. People love them. They're still better than the factory xenon lights for the 09 to 14 units. And then you've got the bottom of the barrel, which are the cheapest, the Chinese ones. They're like a flashlight where you've got 2 hot spots right in front of the car. We have some footage of a car running these exact lights. It looks really good. We'll show it to you right now. And then last of all, we've got the output of the bolts. All of them across the board are the same. They all suck. None of them are actually really good, bright lightning bolts, except for the aftermarket part that you can put into any of those lights, and it will increase the brightness 10 times over, and that's what you're seeing right here. But that's custom, it's expensive, and your guy may or may not be able to do it. If he can, tell him to hit me up, or you can buy the part from us and we'll ship it off to your guy and he can do it, or you can do it in your kitchen, or whatever you want. I have all kinds of videos about it. It's free knowledge. I want you to do it. I want your GTR lights to be as good as they can possibly be, which is why we made this video on Vlogmas. I'm so out of breath and over it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.